Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the weekly Parsha of Terumah. Terumah means a gift. Hashem says, Tabei b'nei Yisrael v'yikchu li Terumah. They should take for me, Hashem said this, take for me a gift. From every person who wants to, that his heart says give, take the Terumah. What was this Terumah for? What was this gift for? It was to build the Mishkan. It was to build the sanctuary in the desert. There are 13 items that are listed, and they correspond to the 13 attributes of mercy. So the 13 attributes with which we study Torah. 13 is a magical number, and it's meant for us to arouse the compassion of Hashem. So the first lesson of the week is to give. Give charity. Give charity. There are people in need. There are organizations in need. Give. But give for God. Don't give for yourself. Don't give for self-aggrandizement. Don't give so that you get your name on the paper, on the board, on the school, wherever it is. It's nice to have it, and Shulchan Aruch talks about it. Some say you should not put your name on a gift. Others say you specifically should put your name on a gift, because that way maybe you'll get others to give too. So, your choice. Be anonymous or give with your name, but give. And give it for the sake of Hashem, not for your own sake. Fact remains that when you give charity, if you give it for yourself, which means you're giving it because you want to be honored and you want the honor of them saying you're the person who gave X, Y, and Z, right? It's not so good. It's not so good. It is very good, but it's not so good. It's very good because the other guy gets helped. Whatever you do, it's the one mitzvah really where you could say, if I do it for myself, it's still a great mitzvah. Why? Because somebody else gets helped. But the main thing is to give it for the sake of Hashem, that you want Hashem's name to come out into this world. So that's one of the great things of tzedakah, which the Gemara says, tzedakah is compared to the entire Torah. Someone who gives tzedakah, it's as if he fulfilled the entire Torah. And what do you get out of it? Well, let's say I had $10,000 and I gave $1,000, 10%. I tithed my income. I took the $10,000, I gave $1,000 for charity. But what I did with that was I put it away for the future. It's in the bank. It's in the heavenly bank. In the heavenly bank where you earn interest every day, compounded interest, and it never goes lost. At the end of your life, after 120 years, you'll come up and you'll find that you have so many mitzvahs. Tzedakah is compared to the entire Torah. If so, you have the entire Torah going to go up there and stand before the heavenly court and say, hey, this person gave tzedakah. This person deserves the reward. So that's the basis of this week's Parsha. What came out of all that money that was donated? Because in Parshas Vayakel, which is a few weeks down the line, about a month down the line, right? It says that Moshe Rabbeinu put out the call for people to bring contributions, gold, silver, copper, right, cloths, right, whatever it was, bring. And not only that, Moshe Rabbeinu was the greatest fundraiser of all time, right? Because over there in the Parsha it says the people were bringing every day, and Moshe Rabbeinu had to say, stop. When did you ever hear of a fundraiser who says, stop, we have enough, right? That was Moshe Rabbeinu. He was able to collect good, right? Point is that the money was used to build the tabernacle, to build the sanctuary in the desert. What was built? The Holy Ark, the altar, the table with the breads were put upon, the candelabrum, the Mishkan itself, which means the skins, like the curtains, and everything to hold the curtains, and everything. That's what the money was used for. Let's take a look. The ark represents the Torah. The Torah. The table where they put the breads on represents bounty, represents blessing and bounty. The menorah, which was lit, all it was candles, lamps that were lit every night, but that represents light or wisdom, right? So Torah and wisdom and bounty, all this was part of the Mishkan. This was made for us, right? That we could learn Torah with bounty, with blessing, with plenty of blessings in our homes. And of course, there will always be light, right? The Egyptians suffered from darkness, right? The Jews had light. The menorah was meant to bring light and wisdom. The Zohar says that Mishkan, the menorah, Doresha, it's the person's head. It was a 7-branch candelabrum. 7 branches it had. 1 center and 3 on each side. The Zohar says that represents the person's head. Menarta Doresha. The menorah represents the head. Why? It has 7 apertures. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth. Right? 7. These apertures are made for a person to look at what goes on in this world, have those messages delivered to the brain, to the candelabrum itself, right? And learn to think the wonders and the beauty that Hashem created in this world. That's what the menorah was meant for, light. Hashem doesn't need its light. He's the one who created light. What does he need light for? No, the light was made for us to learn to use our heads, for us to learn to use the eyes to see good, not to see rough stuff, not to look at stuff we're forbidden, but to look for good. Ears, not to listen to slander or to falsehood or flattery or profanity or mockery. No, the ears were created. Let the sounds around you enter and bring you wonders of Hashem. The nostrils, right? You could smell. You could smell what's good. You could smell what's terrible. You could have all this stuff, right? You know when it smells good, or you know when it smells horrible. You know, you have to know how to use it. And the mouth. Yerushalmi says that Reb Shimon ben Yochai asked, why wasn't a person created with 2 mouths, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, One mouth? Why one mouth? If he had two mouths, he'd be able to speak that much good, that much Torah, that much prayer. If he had two mouths, he'd really be able to do it. But then he said, I realized that the things that come out of people's mouths aren't always that good. Right? There's a lot of profanity. There's a lot of nonsense. There's a lot of falsehood. A lot of slander. Better halavai that he should use his one mouth for the right direction. Right? Remember, Rav Nachman says in the Kuti Maran, lesson 21, there are two eyes, one to see good and one to close it when you see evil. Two ears, one to hear good, learn to close it when it's not good. Two nostrils, to smell, the same thing. One mouth, because all that should come out of your mouth is truth. Emes, right? Prayer to Hashem, Torah study, good words, encouraging words, nice words, complimentary words. That's what's supposed to come out of your mouth. May Hashem help that we learn this week of Terumah to do the right things, to give forth the right words, the right ideas. And with that, Be'ez Hashem, we'll see the coming of Mashiach and the building of the Beis HaMikdash. Amen. Amen.